Your board thinks CSR is a distraction. Your team sees it as bureaucracy. But just as Alex Edmonds demonstrated that companies with top workplace cultures outperformed peers by 2 to 3% in annual stock returns, you can use similar data to shift even the most skeptical perspectives. This video gives you the arguments and evidence to make CSR a strategic asset, not just a compliance exercise. We'll draw on leading studies like Fortune's Best Companies data and Harvard Business Review findings to reveal which responsibility initiatives deliver clear ROI. If you're ready to make CSR a strategic asset, hit subscribe and let's dive in. Understanding what truly drives sustainable growth starts with how you approach responsibility across your business. If you're new here, please subscribe and like, because I share tips to help you improve your career. One of the most common obstacles companies face is the CSR fragmentation blind spot. Instead of treating responsibility as a unified strategy, many organizations split initiatives across departments. Communications handles sustainability reports, HR runs volunteer days, and operations manages green packaging. This siloed approach limits impact and creates inefficiencies, preventing CSR from becoming a true driver of business value. A clear contrast emerges when you look at Patagonia. Their product life cycle approach embeds environmental and social considerations from design to disposal, ensuring every function contributes to shared goals. Fast fashion brands, by comparison, might tout recycled materials in a small portion of their product lines, but without integrating responsibility into their core processes, the effect remains marginal. This difference isn't just about optics, it's about how deeply responsibility is woven into the business model. Early warning signs of fragmentation are often easy to spot. If CSR metrics don't appear on executive dashboards or influence bonus structures, responsibility remains a side project rather than a core priority. Departments may launch isolated initiatives without coordination, missing opportunities for compounding benefits. For example, procurement might source sustainable materials, but if logistics still relies on emission-heavy shipping, the gains are quickly offset. Addressing this requires a clear, actionable step. Start by mapping how each department touches your CSR goals: procurement, logistics, HR, and spot where silos block impact. Just as Edmonds found that Fortune's Best Companies list tracks secondary benefits that go beyond pay or perks, your mapping exercise can uncover hidden value beyond compliance. Look for disconnects where responsibility policies exist in isolation rather than driving cumulative impact across the organization. A practical case illustrates this well. A technology firm discovered their supplier code of conduct had limited effect until they linked it directly to engineering specifications. By requiring vendors to meet responsibility standards before products could enter design libraries, compliance rates jumped significantly in just 1 quarter. This shift revealed leverage points that weren't obvious until the entire process was visualized. The real opportunity lies in moving beyond central oversight to creating feedback loops, where improvements in one area automatically enhance others. When responsibility criteria influence multiple functions at once, companies begin to see multiplying effects that go far beyond the sum of their parts. This sets the stage for understanding how integrated CSR can unlock new sources of value across your operations. If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe and like, because it helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you want to take your skills further, check out our executive education and executive coaching programs at execdeet.com. The Responsibility Multiplier effect describes how integrating CSR criteria across multiple business functions generates value that exceeds initial expectations. Instead of isolated projects, responsibility becomes a system that fosters innovation, efficiency, and resilience throughout the organization. For instance, Research shows that when sustainability requirements are embedded in technical specifications, suppliers often develop new solutions that benefit both cost and environmental goals. These secondary benefits arise because responsibility criteria influence procurement, product design, and operations simultaneously, not just as a compliance measure, but as a catalyst for better business outcomes. A powerful example comes from Alex Edmans' landmark study on employee well-being. He found that companies listed on Fortune's Best Companies to Work For outperformed peers by 2 to 3% annually over 26 years. This outperformance wasn't just about happier employees, it reflected a multiplier effect, where investments in workplace culture improved morale, reduced turnover, and enhanced innovation. These gains, in turn, drove better financial performance and created a reinforcing cycle of value. Most organizations overlook these indirect benefits, focusing narrowly on compliance or direct outputs and missing the broader impact integrated CSR can achieve. Consider the story of George Merck and the introduction of penicillin in 1942. By prioritizing widespread access to life-saving medicine, even at financial risk, Merck not only fulfilled a core societal responsibility, but also paved the way for innovation and market expansion. This alignment of business purpose with societal good demonstrates how responsibility, when treated as a guiding principle, can unlock new opportunities and strengthen the company's position in the market. To capture these effects, aim to link each CSR goal to at least 3 business functions. For example, connect employee well-being initiatives to R&D, marketing, and HR KPIs, as Edmans' research suggests this type of cross-functional integration drives superior returns. Mapping these connections reveals how seemingly isolated responsibility efforts can reinforce one another, creating a network of benefits that support both financial and societal objectives. Supply chain responsibility further illustrates this point. When companies integrate social and ecological criteria into supplier selection, production processes, and product development, they create systems that are more stable, resilient, and less prone to reputational risk. The most advanced organizations treat CSR as a framework for continuous improvement, not just a reporting obligation. This approach separates companies that merely comply from those that build lasting strategic advantage through responsibility. Recognizing these interconnected effects is essential for leaders who want to move beyond surface-level CSR. By embedding responsibility throughout the business, you lay the groundwork for a model where every decision contributes to both company performance and societal well-being. To make this shift practical, focus on building a CSR ecosystem where every department's KPIs tie directly to your responsibility objectives. Research confirms that companies recognized as best to work for outperformed their peers by 2 to 3% annually over 26 years, showing that integrating responsibility is a strategic investment, not a cost. So next quarter, instead of a standalone CSR report, develop a one-page system map that links procurement, HR, and R&D targets to your core CSR goals. That's how you transform responsibility into resilience. If you've seen CSR shift from cost center to value engine in your own organization, share your story in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more strategic insights on embedding responsibility into your business model. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like because it helps us bring you more free videos. And if you're ready to grow your career, visit execbeat.com to learn about our executive education and coaching.